I just watched Space Dandy pretty recently after seeing it pop up here and there in conversations, and I loved it. And that's coming from a guy who doesn't like sci-fi that much. And this show taught me the power of episodic storytelling. The basic setup of the whole show all stems from the first episode. You get introduced to the main cast, their chemistry, the relationship, the guys chasing them, and the big galactic war that's happening in the background that the narrator tells you quote-unquote not to worry about. But this loose string of ideas ends up being the perfect way to have an episodic plot, but still be able to connect it all for the finale, which is the best ending for an anime I have seen in a while. Hashtag spoilers. But because of the setup, you are none the wiser to it. You actually don't know it's completely episodic till episode 3 when Meowth gets eaten, but he's there in the next episode, which opens the floodgates for the writers. This pretty much allows them to accomplish any story that they want to without having to worry about it too much next week. One episode can be about fishing, the next can be about clones, the next can have everyone in the universe turn into zombies, or the next episode can be a heartfelt story about a dog that got lost in space, High School Musical parodies, the end of the universe, or just being in the afterlife for an episode. And that's only 7 of the things that happen in these 26 episodes, and none of these events feel out of place. Another benefit is many different episode directors and writers for most of the show, which makes each experience different. My favorite episodes are when the show decides to be emotional or heartwarming. Not to say the show isn't funny, but it's not its strong point. My favorite episodes are 5, 10, 18, 21, 23, 24, and 26. The underlying themes in all these episodes is that it tends to have low comedy or have only dandy in them for most of it. I actually kind of made a derp there. Actually, some of the episodes do have comedy in them, even episode 24, and a few other episodes in there, but even the fishing episode, which is episode 18, but a majority of them aren't comedy-based, and even though these episodes are seen as, well, not seen as, well, they have comedy in them, they're not really comedy centric. Like, that's the main thing. Like, not like we're gonna make you laugh the whole episode, like the opener for season 2 or the zombie episode. And as you can tell, this part was unscripted, except episode 23. That's because I'm a sucker for romance, you know, because I'm single. I wish I was old enough to buy my own gun. Anyway, the reason I made this video, besides I have no friends to have a dialogue with these things about, is the fact that everyone wants continuity. I love continuity as much as the next guy, but it's creatively restrictive. You have to keep the same tone, no sudden tone shifts, or people will call it jarring. Or what if the writer wants to change something that you thought you knew, but it's called an ass-pull unless done seamlessly? A perfect example of how not to do that is Itachi from Naruto, or pretty much anything that has to do with the Uchihas. A less popular pick would be the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, because the movies are all in one universe. The writers feel that everything must be exactly the same as the last film. Don't get me wrong, I still very much like the MCU, but I even can admit that Doctor Strange was just Iron Man. But I digress. What this whole tangent was about was the fact that continuity is like a cage and Space Dandy doesn't follow the restrictions of that cage. And it's allowed free to do whatever, and whatever it does. So, overall, both seasons combined is an 8.5 out of 10 experience.
Is warping doesn't exist.
That's right.
We travel through the space between universes, and for some strange reason we decided to call it warping. Suppose that there's a world in this universe, and then a similar world in another one, and both have the same stuffed animal lying around. Here's where it gets tricky. At some point the stuffed animal here will sense, this is me. Do you get what I'm saying? And the next moment, the stuffed animal there will sense, this is me. That's all it is, baby.
Hello everyone, doing this right before the video was uploaded, so the microphone quality isn't as high as it usually is, but feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you to Dynamo Spectre for doing the art for my character design for this video. Helps me avoid copyright by covering up parts of the screen when I would get copyrighted for having too much footage. And it's going to be a great use in the future. And also for that one guy who commented about Dude Upload, you know who you are. Don't worry, got you covered, because I got an editor who's on my payroll now, and there will be new content coming to this channel soon. Probably the next video is going to be my JoJo video unless I finish editing my next video before him. So, see you all next time and have a good night. Or morning. Or whatever.